After having covered the rise of the Aztec Empire, it's time we take a closer look at its crown jewel, the massive capital of Tenochtitlan. This marvel of Mesoamerican urban development is woefully underappreciated, and it will be my goal today to get you acquainted with its amazing story and layout. Tenochtitlan was founded in 1325 upon an unclaimed marshy island in Lake Texcoco. According to legend, the very spot was marked by the god Huitzilopochtli, who had told the Mexica tribe to seek out an eagle perched on a prickly cactus. A second city was also founded 13 years later by a group of dissident Mexica who set up camp on a twin island just a few hundred meters to the north. This second location would become known as Tlatelolco. At first, both settlements were quite unremarkable, as there were meager building supplies in the area and people had to survive off the local flora and fauna of the lake. However, due to their position, they could exploit waterborne travel to grow as raiders and traders. Over the decades, the two population centers were able to expand thanks to extensive drainage and construction projects, such as the famed Chinampas. Due to their close proximity though, the two groups were quite closely intertwined, and often worked, traded, and fought together. During the uprising of 1426, both Tenochtitlan and Tlatelolco would lock arms to take on the city of Azcapotzalco, along with their other two allies in the Triple Alliance. During the following years of the Aztec Empire, both cities will get their share of tribute, plunder, and economic activity that would cause them to expand rapidly. While growth would see their cityscapes merge, the two did seek to preserve their own identity. A quick comparison would reveal that Tenochtitlan had the greater area and population, though Tlatelolco had by far the largest market and main temple. Another further distinction would be their individual rulers, as both cities maintained separate governments. For context, here are both of their royal lineages side by side. You'll note that the Tlatelolco line ends in 1473. This is due to the fact that a family quarrel between rulers escalated into open conflict and saw Tenochtitlan emerge victorious and assert its dominance over Tlatelolco. Thus, from then on, the two cities would formally be joined up until their conquest in 1521 by the Spanish and their allies. Let's now turn to the details of the cityscape itself. This can be a bit overwhelming, so let's first begin by looking at things from a macro level before zooming in to deal with the specifics. To put things simply, the city was located on an island on the western edge of Lake Texcoco and was connected to the mainland by 5 great causeways. It covered 13 square kilometers and was laid out in a dense grid of canals, roads, and buildings. The city was divided into 4 quarters known as campan. These were then further subdivided into 15 or so districts known as calpoli. Each of these districts held commoner families led by a set of nobles, with their own marketplace, temple, and school. With this framework in mind, let's now begin filling in the details of the city. We can begin with the most important ceremonial center of Tenochtitlan, the sacred precinct. This walled area encapsulated a wide plaza holding about a dozen important structures. Dominating the center was the 60-meter-tall twin-peaked Great Temple, with a blue shrine dedicated to Tlaloc, and a red shrine dedicated to Huitzilopochtli. In front of it lay the round temple pyramid of Quetzalcoatl. A variety of other temples, a ball court, and even a school for nobles were arrayed around the remaining ground of the sacred precinct. Just outside the walls were a host of other important buildings used to run the city. These included palaces, homes for dignitaries, marketplaces, and yet more temples. At this point, we would be remiss to skip over some of the incredible features of Moctezuma II's palace, which included a botanical garden, an aviary, a zoo, and even an aquarium. So I hope you appreciated this short form look into Invicta content. Now if you want to see our full length documentaries, you can head on over to the main channel, and either way, I'll see you in the next one.